We're back.
Hello.
It's going to take me a little bit longer to get Kingdom Hearts 3 on. I'm making myself some tea to calm down. I'll
Yeah.
be right back.
Pandreo's almost up. I love Engage. Currently, I'm doing something I do every run. I don't even view it as a challenge, but or a restriction. Was just something I end up doing. Is I never want two of the same class, and I always give everyone a unique weapon. In the sense of, if I have multiple mages, one of them gets the fire tome, one of them gets wind, one of them gets
I'm back.
lightning. And it's just
Okay.
something I always do. Or like a forged up. I always give them a forged up weapon. Is a good way to put it. And that's kind of what I'm working on now. Gregory gets El Surge, Jean gets El Wind, Pandreo gets Bolganon. I think that's everyone. Oh, and Alir gets lightning, technically. Because Crom.
Oh,
That's Diamant.
yeah.
What a
The
man.
lad.
Thank you, Ditz. About to send out a tweet on Blue Sky about it, too. How did I live? Thanks, y'all. Yes. Also, nobodies. Ugh. We will come real quick. We will come back to the 100-acre wood during a cleanup stream. I said I was not streaming it on Discord. Mm. It was flowers and trees and roots. Oh shit, stream. Hold on. You haven't been getting picked up at all. It's not picking up Discord at all. That's Fujitech. It's not. Let's try. No. Hmm. I posted something. Anyway, okay, I'm not. Maybe. I'm just gonna delete the thing and try again. Somebody say something in Discord? Nope. Try again. No. Okay, I'm just gonna do the thing I never like doing. Desktop audio. Let me find it. Well, it means that any notifications I get are gonna play through. It is, yes, very pointedly a temporary solution. Let me see if I can... Why is it not showing? I can't even see it on the audio mixer, what the hell? Oh, here we go. There we go.
Hello.
Testing.
There we go.
Go back. Okay. Bond to Flame. I was just talking about to catch anyone up who was desperately wanting to hear my voice. I was just talking about the Axel sacrifice. It's not a big deal. Bond to Flame is interesting. Oblivion Oathkeeper are typically shown to be some of the strongest Keyblades. Like, obviously Keyblade power is not really a canon thing. Like, it's more of a gameplay feature. I think it is fine if, like, the Alice in Wonderland Keyblade is as strong as anything else. But, at the very least, Oblivion Oathkeeper, by virtue of Roxas having them, seem to be given special attention, and that makes sense because they're derived from Sora's connection with Riku and Kairi, which is naturally the closest.
It's very funny that you bring up the Wonderland Keyblade, because the Lady Luck was one of the strongest Keyblades in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yes, that's actually why I brought it up. So just, yeah. But yeah, Bond of Flame existing is interesting. There's two ways to read it. It could be Roxas's heart is in there, and so it could absolutely be Roxas and Axel's connection. And that's the titular Bond of Flame, and so Sora's just kind of tapping into that. And that would make sense within his power set. And that's kind of the thing I instinctually thought of. Like, oh, it's Roxas stuff, you know. And maybe that was the intention, I don't know. But it could be...
It is Sora
it's just
with Axel
Sora
in
feels so bad. It's odd. Axel's connection with the main crew have always been a little weird. A plot point Kingdom Hearts 2 I forgot to mention is that Axel kidnaps Kairi. after Roxas's death.
Yeah. I have to make
I can't believe I forgot this plot point. Yeah.
I love Drakengard 3's fight versus 4.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is a joke for Mo.
Yeah.
Stop.
No, I remember that. I know it.
Okay, I got the Cuck Fortress Zemnis will live in. Well, I lost the fanfic funding on that one. Ah, God. This would be a Cuck Fortress. This does seem appropriate. You read that one. Oh, God. Yeah, I forgot this plot point. After Roxas dies, Axel's going through it. He kidnaps Kyrie. I have shared my theory on this in the past, which is that if Axel were to kill Kyrie in front of Sora, Sora's would fall to darkness, and perhaps Roxas would come back. It makes enough sense in the magic system. I can see that being the plan, and I don't really understand what the plan is otherwise. She's some sort of blackmail or leverage, I'm assuming, but also she's never really used as blackmail, to my memory. It's a plot point I tend to brush over just because I don't really know what to do with it. It feels a little bit like let's get Kyrie in the plot where we can. She does have a good open. I will give her that. Her opening with her on the island, on the mainland, Destiny Island. He's in high school, who's girling out with Selphie, and she has forgotten Sora because Namine's bitch ass not only wiped Sora's memory, but apparently everyone who's connected to him except Riku, because Riku has darkness and also he's gay. This is where Cass and I... Oh, go ahead.
In carefully plucking apart the chain of Sora's memories, she, to do her entire thing that she was being forced to do for the most part, she removed all of Sora's connections to Kyrie and transferred them to her. This ultimately meant this ultimately meant because they no longer have a connection, Kyrie's memories of Sora faded, except for the vague idea that there was another boy on the island who played with Riku.
Yes. This is where Cass and I have gotten into the angsty for no reason headcanon that Sora's mom doesn't know she has a son anymore, but still goes through the motions as if she does, meaning setting out another plate for dinner and stuff like that. You died?
Twice.
Damn. The Cuck Fortress is kicking your ass. Oh, God. I kind of like this hub world. I'm a little undecided, but this screen is nice.
You want to see our new gummy
Yeah,
box?
it's something that we kind of flirt with the idea of. I think it'd be nice. To me, it feels like all of Sora's friends forgot him except Riku, because Namine, it is a note that Namine couldn't really touch Riku. He was too precious to Sora. Which could mean nothing. Which could mean
One saw,
nothing.
1 meteor, 2 tempest, and 4 Fyraga. Okay. Okay.
Now, this is not something that I really blame Namine for. I blame Namine for a lot of things. I don't blame her for these, sort of extenuating damage. The blood bleeding out from the wound and covering everything else. She did not attack Kyrie. So I don't really blame her for whatever pain Kyrie is going through. But it is something to at least mention. And I'm sure if Namine hears about it, maybe it adds to her whole guilt complex. Because Namine is Riku in the fact that they both seem to hold themselves guilty for everything, including things that are just objectively not their fault. And Namine is right to hold herself accountable for most things, but hurting Kyrie was simply not one of them. And that is the one that I will be like, okay, let's be fair. You didn't really know who that bitch was. So, and how were you supposed to know that fucking with Sora was gonna fuck with her? Like, that feels a little extra. Because while you don't seem stupid with how your magic works, I mean, there is some just weirdness that goes on with memories in Kingdom Hearts. See also Maleficent's revival scene. It's not really something I ever really think about because it feels like it's not meant to be taken seriously, but it is worth mentioning that there's some special memory nonsense there. But anyway, where was I? So I missed that plot point. I forgot that happened. It was worth mentioning because while we're going to the world, I keep saying the world. I keep wanting to say the world that ends with you, which is not it. It should be. Oh god. It's like also whenever I abbreviate the world that never was, I want to do TWEWY. Shwooby. It's not. Where was I? Probably saying something super academic and smart. Cutting back to the present. Axe was dead. We are in the world that never was. We get to walk like 5 feet in. We see it's like this really cool, like hyper urban, like super futuristic area, and it's pretty high up on my Kingdom Hearts area list. It's not my favorite. My favorite, I'm so glad you asked, is still Dusty Islands. Actually, I'm a sucker for a beach. But it's a good number 2. And you walk like 5 feet ahead, and Roxas jumps Sora in an alleyway, as is his right. I'm not arguing against this. I think Roxas should have. This is one of those fun moments where, from Donald and Goofy's perspective, a bunch of, I believe, samurai nobodies.
Yes.
Because they're Roxas's people. Jump them out of nowhere, and then Sora just like freezes because all of it's happening in his mind. So Donald and Goofy, the experts that they are, have to fend off all the nobodies by themselves, and Sora's in his brain. And then Roxas just starts beating the shit out of him with his hood up. And this is the one time where I will compliment the hood up thing, because it shows that, like, I think it's really cool how it makes Roxas just a villain, in the sense of, like, it's this hooded, malicious figure who attacks you out of nowhere while you're, like, the game breaks and pauses, and this hooded figure just starts fucking wailing on you, you know? And you know it's Roxas, you're not stupid, but, like, it frames him as something a lot more villainous, and I really like that. And it helps explain Sora's reaction. Sora has the correct reaction, which is self-defense, as he does, but it explains why he's, like, so fucking freaked out, because, like, no other organization member has fought them. Well, I don't think any other organization member has fought them while maintaining anonymity.
Nope.
Anonymity.
They always reveal
and so that's really
themselves
good.
in the lead up to it.
The Roxas fight is it is unfortunately on the Station of Awakening, meaning it is on a circle in the middle of nowhere. But as a fight, it is very interesting. Is it our first against another Keyblade wielder fight?
No.
Because Riku technically didn't have a Keyblade. So.
I'm pretty sure now.
Because, like, you know my thoughts on Soul Eater. That's functionally the same. But, like, technically speaking, it's not. And so, it might have been. Because Riku Replica didn't have one. Oh, whatever. Roxas does debut Magic Hour, and it is the best version of that skill. Because it's actually, from what I remember, very effective.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he has Oblivion and Oathkeeper, and that's distressing. Like, the thing about having Oblivion and Oathkeeper is that those are, like, the only 2 Keyblades that are deeply personal to Sora. And so it feels like, to me at least, it was this sort of perverse, like, you're stealing what's mine sort of moment. Like, get your hands off my friends, almost. which just adds to this whole, like, within the realm of Kingdom Hearts 2, I'm not saying in the franchise, because with Days it changes all of this, but within Kingdom Hearts 2, Roxas is this, like, terrifying alien force almost, where you don't really understand who he is, you don't really understand what the whole deal is going on with him. He just has this horrible thing happen to him at the beginning, and he jumps you out of nowhere, and is clearly pissed, even though the soundtrack doesn't reflect that. And it's like, I find that compelling. And it compelled me to put up with Daisy's bullshit, because I was so, like, in at that point. It's just like, what the hell is up with this guy? He also gets the benefit of being number 13 of Organization 13. That's just a badass title, I will freely admit. And again, yeah, I can't emphasize enough the weirdness and the perversity of him using Oblivion and Oathkeeper. It felt so wrong. But this is ignoring the fact that he's dual-wielding. That's not something I really reacted to. I know a lot of people were like, oh my god, like he's, you know... It's rule of cool, but also it's so weird. It's so undeniably weird. But yeah, in an oddly poetic way, not oddly, it's intentionally poetic, we open up the fight on the most faithful of the organization members by cleaning out the last straggler, which is Roxas, and beating him into submission before we continue. We get rid of Axel, we get rid of Xemnas, we get rid of Axel, who is one of Xemnas's closest retainers, and we get rid of Roxas, which was kind of the last thread before we go in to beat his most loyal people, plus Luxord, who is also there. I like Luxord being there, to be clear, but it is a little funny that we have Saïx and Xigbar, both of whom are like very obviously close. And very, you know, they're the two de facto retainers, I would say.
I really don't like the retainer.
And then there's
phrasing.
Luxord. Well, I mean, I'm saying retainer just because of Fire Emblem. They, you know, Fates has a lord, and they're two closest. Because like Xigbar and Saïx, I think, are pretty easily the closest. I'm gonna shut up so I can hear this.
It's cold! Hey, Donald, give me a coat!
Tomato doesn't work that way.
Guess he's too used to the beach.
Hey, Islander, what can I say? Huh? Huh? Look, even the sea's turning to ice. Donald, this isn't your magic, is it?
Do you think it's the Heartless?
I like that Sora
Might
thinks
be.
Donald can do
Let's
that.
go. Wow.
Holy shit, it's Elphaba.
It's Miss Frozen. It's Disney Frozen.
The most cisgender woman of all time.
That's her name.
That girl. She looked
So
so
this
sad.
is this is Let It Go?
No,
Oh, okay.
Let It Go is at the
At
top
some point.
of the mountain. I believe after Larxine's Frozen Death Palace torture fun time.
El Salsa. Stop.
I wonder what
Cease and
happened.
desist.
Maybe the Heartless? We should talk to her.
Shit.
My graphics card was not liking Elsa's ice magic.
Yeah. I figured there's going to be a lot of particle effects here, but we'll keep on trucking.
I'm gonna be
There's
really
no getting around it. We have to get to the lesbian world with all the women.
I'm gonna be disappointed if.
Do you think the Heartless are after her?
Could be. Let's go.
If the computer dies?
If we have to go to the PS4.
Yeah, fair.
Give me a second, though. I need to get out of my pants. My room's really warm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like 60-something degrees out, so the house is warming up.
My honest reaction to that information.
Okay, no, I'm definitely.
And that has been my honest reaction to that information.
It's alright if you have to deafen Mulch.
Anna Herba? Anna Herba? I don't know what that pun is. I mean, I know herb. As you herbalizes myself. You know what? I'm just going to trust you that that's funny. You know, because you have a track record of being funny, so I'm just going to let that one pass. You can't... Well, the thing is, the Cupcake Siren is already layered. You know, they're laying on real thick. And I think that's
He's
great.
trying to also hear the Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my god.
music.
Yeah, fair. Once again, shout out to this polite young lady. Like, you know, some of these Heartless designs, I have to stop and remember that these are, like, the most evil parts of someone's heart. It's like, what? Why is the most evil part of your heart being, like, a cunty woman? With a little parasol? What's that about? Is it vanity? I guess it could be vanity.
Noble British lady.
Being British, that's also fair. God, I love this Q-Blade. Shout out to Rapunzel giving us this. She's a real one just for that reason, even if she isn't anymore. Anyway, Assault of the World That Never Was is where we're at. The World That Never Was and the approach in the area is all very cool, and I don't want to take away from that, but I also don't remember any of it, as shown by the fact that I didn't know any of the areas had names, and I'm like the world's #1 Xemnas slut. So like, the fact that I didn't know that, extremely embarrassing. The fact that I haven't researched it, a little funny.
I mean, part of it is you did just forget, because we were talking about the fact that Xemnas is found at the Altar of Nod on screen during Kingdom Hearts 2. And that happens.
And like, that makes sense to me. Like, obviously the top area having a name, because it's where you fight the final boss, that having a name was like, yeah, that's fine. And so I remember it being the altar of something. I knew it had a name, but beyond that was like, I would not have guessed anything else had a name. But anyway. That's a good theory. I kind of... Is it just us kind of importing Persona logic to Kingdom Hearts? Yeah. But, like, sometimes I wonder if the darkness can sometimes just be parts that, like, a traditional Persona shadow. Like, obviously what a Heartless is never super explored, and that's fine, I don't need it to be. But something I wonder, every now and then when we interact with the darkness, it's like, what is the darkness? What does that mean? Because I understand the overall theme of isolationism, but beyond that, you know, what emotions qualify, what motivations qualify. You know, can hating yourself count? I would think so. I don't know. I guess it's up to the writer at the time. Anyway, I don't think you have a specific order to fight the organization at this point. Because what we do is we find this, like, little graveyard. I love like the gay interior design of having a graveyard to keep track of living people.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with that.
Real quick, I think I'm going to call KH3 for the day and swap over to something for the last hour, just because it's pushing 80.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
I've been worried about this world.
Yeah.
Just with ice.
Give me 1 minute, and I'll get something I'll get something set
Oh
up.
my god, Dragon Quest 9? I'm so
no, we'll
insufferable, and
do
you need to stop being friends with me.
we'll do
God.
Dragon Quest Builders, I think.
I knew that was coming. You're so proud of that fucking farm.
Yes, I am, and I want to move on so I can continue improving it. There is a bathhouse to be built. Thank you, Ditz, for the stretch
There
and
is a
posture check.
bathhouse to be built.
Give me a
Alright.
moment to...
Well, I'm going to continue my recap because I refuse to do this again. I knew Kingdom Hearts 2 was going to be long, but you know, this is going to just taking up the stream at this point. And I feel bad, but whatever. I don't believe you have an order, but I did whatever. You have
you do.
Luxord. You do.
You have to
Okay.
beat Luxord before you can face Syx. You have to face Syx before you can get to the rest of the world.
Right. But we go to this graveyard, and remember how so we fight Luxord, he has the card game, we've covered this, and we have Syx, and he's interesting because he doesn't have a gimmick. He's interesting because he's just a traditional berserker, and I really like that. Just throwing that out there.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
Alright, now let me...
Oh, that little one in the corner, that's me. Because I'm online right now. I have Engage in front of me, and I'm staring at Amber's naked chest.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm getting it streaming to Discord because this can be handled.
Thank you.
Sorry.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, the double layering.
You fight
You're
Zigbar,
fine.
you fight Luxor, that's whatever. There's nothing really to be said about any of the fights, actually. It's just, they do keep hammering home the fact, A, they keep calling Sora Roxas, and B, and the thing I will never let you forget about the organization, they all feel very passionately about this mission, and they all have something they want from it. And that is consistent, and that's undeniable. The only one that can be denied is Zigbar, because Zigbar is where everything goes to die. But whatever. Even Luxord, who does not seem overly attached, is still choosing to lay down his life to defend Xemnas, to defend this cause. And does that not make your brain do a little churning? And maybe Luxord just wanted a good fight. That's equally possible. But like the fact that he's fighting you, I believe, like on one of the rooftops, and like it's like, you know, he's guarding the place. Is that not fascinating? Are you not entertained?
Now,
All right.
we shall quest for dragons.
We shall
Have
catch
some-
dragons, and I shall show off my off-screen grinding.
It's a very
You
nice.
go to the graveyard, you see everyone's dead. Zexion's, if I remember correctly, Zexion's gravestone is like shattered or covered up or something, and that caused like a whole tizzy.
Zexion's gravestone is shattered, and the little thing that like shows what their weapon is on the floor was completely smashed.
Right, because he didn't have his weapon yet.
As far as we know, he didn't have his weapon yet. It could have just been that they wanted it to be more of a reveal later.
And then the
adding-
gag is that like his weapon is just the book. It's like, what were we waiting for?
I mean, the book, he wasn't
Oh,
seen
God.
with anything that could be a weapon. He didn't even have a book in the GBA.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't. I totally forgot. No, I think maybe just his idol. He had it.
Real quick, let's show off this off-screen grinding.
Yeah.
I did just a little bit. Whatever.
First, I built a palisade. That way that, it's a little bit taller than the fences and looks nicer than the fences. The wheat field is full. It's so nice and full. I made these stairs, this platform. Oh, and I put roofs on. An entire second floor, a bridge to the irrigation station. I got enough cabbages to fill the cabbage field.
Nice.
The
yeah, you did.
irrigation station, as it were, is now a mountain covered with the bones of our enemies.
Fuck yeah.
And at the top
Yes.
is an altar to their demise.
Just like what my mom has in her room.
Teehee. I put some decor around. There are now pots and tools and benches. You know, it's a real lived-in feel. I found a bunch of these. We now have a little stack of the Drackies. You know, it's just a nice little place. I covered most of it with grass. I converted a lot of spoiled soil to dirt. We have all of the fields for the rest of the thing prepped. Oh, and also we only need 9 more seeds, 3 of which have to be the other seed varieties, and then we're done with this phase of the quest.
I have a question that may be silly, because it seems like a rather basic thing.
Yes.
Why is there a guy following you? Is that like your AI
That's
partner?
our husband.
This is our boyfriend Malroth. We woke up on the island. We met him, if you remember correctly, after the ship crash.
The monster ship. Yeah, the monster ship crash.
He doesn't know who he is or what he's doing or how he got here. But he does know he likes killing things.
That's
so
worrying.
He's coming along with us. His name is Malroth. The Master of Destruction is also named Malroth. The game is not hiding that this is Malroth, the Master of Destruction.
Well, are we going to befriend him so hard that he's not going to be evil?
Yes.
We've already been fucking. Yeah.
Nice.
Like he is our best friend, and like, yeah, this is our best friend.
Gay.
I love him.
Gay love has shown the way. Oh god, oh god.
Yeah,
Ow.
the Yowie wins.
Oh.
Oh no, hang on.
What was that thing from Family Guy you like to say, Mask?
That's what you guys want, right? To win.
Sorry, that may have been mean, but
Alright,
you
we're
know.
gonna take all the spoiled soil.
I
I'm
thought it
gonna
was-
build a little staircase out. Okay. And now let's move on with the story.
That's why you asked me to say it. I know what you're about.
No.
Who are you? Oh, hello there. I shared my lunch with you once. Did you leave these people here to save us? Well, this is just great. We trudged all the way out here and we don't even find any seeds. Just a couple of scruffy-looking girls.
Damn.
I beg your
scruffy.
pardon. I think you'll find we're ladies, not girls, and rather lovely ladies too, if I do say so myself. The children of Hargon threw us into this ghastly hole. They told us we had to reflect on our sins, but that was days ago and we've been stuck here ever since.
It puts
I know
the
that
load-
cooking is wrong. I know I shouldn't have done it, but I was ever so hungry. Say, are you gentlemen? Or say, who are you gentlemen? What do you do? Oh my, you say you're a builder? And you're building a farm with your friends? No, 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 no. I've never heard of such heresy. The children of Hargon will never allow it. Looks like we've got another couple of true believers on our hands. Let's take them back to the farm and turn them into builders like that other guy. Oh, what fun. That does sound like a lark. My name is Lillian, and this is my sister Saffron. We'd be more than delighted to follow you back to your farm.
Oh, there's 2 of them. I couldn't see one of them because she was like blocked by her big fucking head.
I know, right?
Damn.
If you use your map, you can warp us all there in a jiffy.
Her big fucking head.
I'm sorry. It's the only thing I could
Going to
think.
first person real quick. Show off the women.
So this is Saffron. She is certainly a woman. And this is Lillian. She is certainly
Satan.
a baby.
Saffron and Satan.
Saffron and Satan.
She is the worst. She will go to hell when she dies.
She's fine. We're taking these.
Graveyard.
More bones.
Beating
for
up
the
Zigbar.
graves.
Zigbar's like, hey Roxas, and Sora's like, oh my god, stop calling me that. That's about the extent of that interaction. Luxord probably says something, but it really is just like, hey, you want to play cards? And Sora's like, I really would rather not. And Luxord's like, trick question.
And then he kidnaps
Now you
everybody
are
but
the
Sora.
dice.
Yeah.
Yeah. He throws Donald off the fucking roof, and you know what? Fair enough. I would also.
More bones for the bone pile.
You fight Saïx, and, like, there's a conversation with Saïx, I know there is, but, like, honestly, Saïx's most meaningful interaction is the Catch-22 explanation. So, that's Saïx's big moment, where he's like, you've actually been helping us this whole time, you stupid dumb bitch. And, like, it's a read so foul that Sora's self-esteem has never recovered from it, actually. Like, Sora's trust in himself was so thoroughly eroded by... What are you doing?
I'm putting these in the barn.
You're putting the shackles in the barn?
Yes.
For the men to be milked in?
If that's what you want to think it's for, sure.
What is it for?
I'm never gonna tell.
Exactly. Exactly.
Where am I?
You know.
How did I get here? And why was I punching the air? This must be your
shit,
farm, Cassander. It's simply marvelous. You all must have worked ever so hard to build it. It's almost enough to bring a tear to my eye. Whatever are you saying, Lillian? This is a hotbed of heresy. Don't let this builder deceive you. Oh, tush. As far as I'm concerned, the children of Hargon can go rot. I intend to live here, become a builder, and eat till I'm jolly well fit to pop. I'd like you to have
You know
these,
what?
Cassander. I found them in the bog. They smelt nice, so I kept hold of them. Consider them a symbol of our inevitable friendship.
Yaha!
I have 50, but thank you.
Hey, you can never... Now you
Yeah,
have
really can't
51.
in this game. 53.
53.
You can never have enough seeds in this game. Because they're limited resources. In that, the more you harvest, like, they have a limited amount of harvests per seed, and it is stored per seed. Cassander, is that what I think it is? It is! It's a new kind of plant. Why aren't you more excited? Our new canine companion is earning her keep already. She found us some new seedlings and some new friends. Lillian must have found those sugarcane seedlings sprouting in Furrowfield Bog. I bet you could find more of them there if you looked hard enough. And it sounds like our four-legged friend wants to help too. This is great news. It means... Wait, Doggy... Rex... Fido? Spot? Or... Duchess Doggington? She's gone!
That's...
Does she want to help or doesn't she? It's as if she's in a world of her own. How can we convince her to help us? If you wish to gain the allegiance of an animal, there is no better way than a pat on the head. Even their natural wariness towards humans cannot survive a good pat. Provided you could get within petting distance without provoking their ire, approach from behind where the creature cannot see you and walk quietly. Do not run. It's worth a try. I'm hopeless at sneaking, though, so I'm going to leave this in your capable hands, Cassander. Go on, pat that dog.
I have a question. I thought the priest was evil.
He is, but also not anymore. He wants us to build the tree.
The dare tree.
Oh, I thought he was saying that as, like, you know, like an impossible task. Like, oh yeah, I'll let you live if you do this.
So originally it was, I want you to build the tree so we can smash it. Because, like, this game does interrogate the inherent contradiction of having a religion based entirely on destruction means you eventually destroy everything.
Yeah.
So a lot of its followers, who are reasonable, end up in the situation of getting hooked on building through the idea, well, if I build something, I can smash it. And that's what happened with Pastor Al. Also, he has a crush on Rosie.
Her love was not meant to be.
I think she's taken a liking to you, Cassander. She's even got your moves. So what are we gonna call her? Let's see, what would be a good name for you?
Douglas. D-U-G-G-E-S.
I've got it. From now on, girl, your name is Ghoul Beast. Wait, no. Death Jackal.
Death Jackal is pretty cool.
We have 8 letters. It's a female dog.
Douglas. Douglas. D-U-G-G-U-S. Princess?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, what about my ideas? I suppose we could do a lot worse than Princess, though. In fact, I kind of like it. Okay, have it your way. You're our friend now, Princess, and friends stick together, so stay close.
So this guy, your partner, like, he just learned what a friend even is.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's so funny.
You did it, Cassandra. You tamed the dog. Teehee. Looks like Princess is eager to help out now. And now that we've got a Furrowfield Retriever on board, our seed-searching expedition can begin in earnest. I know, why don't we put together a special seed-searching squad to find the new seeds we need? Obviously, you'd be the squad leader, Cassandra. Princess can be your guide, and Pastor Al and I will be in charge of strategy and logistics. Huh? What about Malroth, you ask? Oh, I know.
What about
He can be in
Malroth?
charge of hitting stuff.
That's a good thing. That's an important thing.
I love that he smiled at that. Don't worry about the fields for now. The rest of the villagers can tend to them for the time being. You need to get out there and find those seeds. All right, Cassandra, it's time for the special seed-searching squad to start their first mission. I think the best place to start is by finding more sugarcane seedlings. We'll need a few more than that handful you got from Lillian, don't you think? There are bound to be some more seedlings in Furrowfield Bog, buried under the soil. If anyone can sniff them out, Princess can. The hound will run ahead when she catches a scent. Dig in the places where she barks to find what you seek. But be warned, sugarcane is not so easily grown. I would recommend against planting any seedlings you find. For the moment, at least. What? Then what are we supposed to do with them? Fear not, my child. I shall tell you what must be done when the time is right. But before the seedlings can be grown, there is a particular tool you will need to acquire. On a plateau above the bog stands my cottage. My servant is minding it. Speak with him and he will provide you with a pot that should prove invaluable. Off you go then, Cassandra. Head to Furrowfield Bog and search for, let's say, 25 sugarcane seedlings, and pick up that pot of owls while you're there, too.
So the guy has a crush. The pastor has a crush on Rosie.
Yes. Judging from that dopey grin on your mug, I assume we found the 25 sugarcane seedlings we need.
Can you go into first?
I can't in dialogue.
When you're done, I want to
Yes.
see this pastor guy.
The whole reason we came to this bog was to find those seedlings and also get that pot from Pastor Al's cottage. When we've got everything we need, let's head back to the farm. Al, please. Al, please.
Please,
Al, please.
please.
So he's wearing some kind of weird Morrowind mask.
Yes.
What that hand do?
Probably slap.
Hot.
Pretty much.
1-800 are you slapping?
Right. And I've always said that.
Oh man, what am I gonna do?
So fighting Zemnis time, we're going to fight Zemnis in his 75 phase hour-long epic. It's truly just historic. Let me think of the phases. Okay, so first you fight him at the bottom of the skyscraper. It's normal. He's as himself. He uses the ethereal blades. He floats around. He does little pirouettes. You know, it's fun. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Riku shows up before this, and Sora's like, oh my god, Riku's here. And Kairi's like, I'm here too. And Sora's like, so you are. Anyway. Congratulations, Kairi, you're here. And more important news, Riku is also here. So he falls down screaming, crying, pissing, throwing up. Like, it's just bad for him. Riku also pulls a Keyblade out of the ether and gives it to Kairi and is like, here, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. And Kairi doesn't question it. It's one of those lore things that I will never make sense of, but also, I don't care, crucially. So, whatever. So they fight off some guys. Sora's like, I miss you. And Riku's like, but I'm evil now. And Sora's like, I don't care. And they make out. And Riku turns back to himself and the best looking version of himself, which just goes to show, if you want to hit your hot girl era, you just have to start committing crimes. Okay? That's just what you have to do. Tetsuya Nomura does endorse this message. But anyway, I forgot to mention that big reunion scene. So the emotional climax of the game is kind of done. But we still have to fight Zemnis. So we do. Sora fights him on his own at first. I think Donald and Goofy just get shut out from the beginning. Because God forbid they do anything.
Yeah, Xemnas drags Sora into a construct of the memory skyscraper.
Yeah. They're fighting, it's all very fun. In the rematch, they fight on the side of the skyscraper, and maybe in the original, but definitely in the
original.
And yeah, and we move on to the second phase, which I think is a chase sequence, where he's throwing things at you. And like you're walking on the side of these fallen buildings, I want to say. It's some sort of weird thing, because you have to reunite with Riku and Mickey. And so I think it's somewhere in there, and you're navigating this weird place, and things are getting thrown. And then you reunite, I believe, with Everett.
Yep. Yeah.
And Mickey, then Kairi gets written out of the plot, as per usual. I forgot to mention Nominate broke her out of prison. That whole sequence is unimportant, because I keep forgetting about it. In the manga, she dances to speak to the dusk, and I guess negotiates her way out of prison.
Without
a little
knowing
bit.
what she's doing, even.
Yeah.
She just tries
I keep getting
wiggling.
lost. Yeah, Kairi breaks out of prison, you reunite with Riku. What else am I missing? Oh, Diz does his dumb plan. It's incredibly transparently idiotic, and if it wasn't for the fact that Diz is not characterized as being smart, I would be frustrated. But they actively go out of their way to characterize him as being wrong most of the time, so it makes enough sense that his plan failed immediately. But at least he gets to be a little fun about it. He says yours will be an empire of nothingness, and Xemnas was gagged. Like,
Teehee.
and who else can do that? Who else can gag Xemnas like that? Exactly. No one. And so I'll give Diz his credit there. That was good. And then he blows himself up. Like a fucking idiot. It's so crazy. I'm like, you couldn't have thrown that shit overboard. Or better yet, make an invention that works. I don't know.
I will say he was expecting it to work. There is
And
no
it's
making an invention that works when you already think it's gonna work.
It's also just like I've gone into this whole theory in the past, so I won't retread old ground, but the theory is that like it looks like the machine is designed to copy, not destroy. It's just destroying is what it does when it malfunctions, and it's like maybe just make a bomb next time. Or enlist the Keyblade wielder that you know can do it. Oh god. It's not something I complain about too much, because again, it is a common Diz feature that he doesn't trust anyone or ask anyone to do anything, or like he thinks he's the only guy to ever exist. Ignoring the fact that he knows 3 Keyblade wielders, and even if he is nobody folk, 2 of them are people. I mean, I don't know what you classify Mickey as, but like, Riku's a person. Ask hey girl, I brought your boyfriend back to life. Can you destroy this thing for me? Crazy. But you know, he gets the line. Xemnas also gets his line. He's like, I thought you'd be proud of me, and that hurt. That hurt me very deeply. And then Nomura forgot that he wrote that line, and I love that for him. But I can't forget. I'm still there. Everyone's moved on, but I'm still here. Anyway. Now I think I can get to the Xemnas fight. Is that the rest of the plot bullshit? I think we're good. Skipping ahead a little bit though, because I know there's some stuff about Maleficent does a heroic sacrifice. I know that. Not a sacrifice
With
because
full
she died,
intent
but
to
she
take over
is
the
like,
castle.
yeah. She's like, I'm gonna hold him off, and Riku's like, Mom, what are you doing here? And Maleficent's like, don't worry about it. I'm a realtor now. I'm buying real estate. But first you need to take care of the current tenant. And Riku's like, bet. And that's about a accurate recap there. I think that's all you need. actually. Then some about Mickey, Riku, and Sora all touch tips of their Keyblades, and something happens there. I know there is a moment that happens, but as for what they're doing, I don't remember.
Hey!
Gay!
But yeah, I can't unhear it. But yeah, I think they're breaking open Kingdom Hearts, maybe. They have to do a little something to get to Xemnas, and so they touch tips, and Kyrie gets written out of the plot, and so does Donald, and so does Goofy. And so does Mickey. Mickey goes somewhere. I don't know where he's gone. Because this is where my memory picks up. This is where I actually remember things. Armored Xemnas is the first phase that I remember. Xemnas is in this big old fucking suit of armor on this big old fucking throne. Alright? And you have to get here by fighting a mech fight, which I don't remember, but I'm sure it was cool. And he's wielding all of the organization's weapons. There's like one or two missing, but like the vibe is it's meant to be all of them. And again, it's sort of like the Roxas perversity of him using Oathkeeper and Oblivion, but like up to 11, because Xemnas is using the same power set as Sora. You know, Sora derives his power from the connections he's made. Xemnas is doing the same thing. And how crazy is that? You know, we don't really, sadly, we don't do too much with it again, but like, I don't know, I find that so fascinating. That is kind of the first big phase, at least to me. He has everyone's powers, or at least everyone's weapons, and seems to be using them. Like, I'm not going to go into specifics, but just trust me, they're mostly there. And it's definitely intended for you to think that all of them are there. With the obvious exception of, I believe, Roxas and Shion's weapons are absent, but like, they're Keyblades, so they're super special.
I don't like it when BB cries. It makes me...
I don't think anyone really expected them to be there, so I'm not too worried about it. So that's crazy. And then Armored Xemnas throws them the fuck overboard, and you have this, like, what we will later know is like a dive section from Dream Drop. You more or less do that, where you're trying to get back on the fucking battlefield. And it's this little interesting back and forth. Mm-hmm. And then you're on a bike, and you're fighting a dragon, and you blow up the dragon, and then you enter the dragon. I think is like the basic sequence. There's a lot going on. I know I'm not making much sense, but like, just trust me that this is as much sense as it makes during the game, in the best way possible. There's a lot happening. We are now within the dragon, so we are within, like, because the body is dragon. The body is dragon. The dragon is Xemnas' body. One of his bodies. He has a lot of bodies. Because Xemnas' dragon transformation is in the same vein as Ansem's Flesh Boat, Marluxia's Virgin Mary, and even to a lesser extent, Shion's low Keyblade armor moment. You know, they're all inhuman transformations brought on by extreme emotional duress because, oh my god, this has secretly been Persona the whole time. I'm so glad you noticed. I hate the spore mechanic.
I wish it would, like, consider what's around it. Like, I guess
we now enter...
These little pink things...
They blow up.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
They blow up and turn the, Okay, that just skipped ahead. Hey, I've never seen a seed like that before. Could that be a tomato seed? The ones Perry was after? We just skipped ahead.
Whoa.
Anyway, yeah, they blow up, they turn the area around them into spoiled soil. Like, this default spoiled soil.
Oh, I get it.
But when you break them, they turn into seeds. And you break them by surrounding them in blocks to block their, gas bubbles, basically.
We now enter Xemnas'... Yeah, they're kind of all over the place. We now enter Final Form Xemnas. And I say that because I mean it in two ways. A, it is the final form of Xemnas you fight. Gag. B, it seems to be, in terms of color scheme and design, meant to at least reflect Sora's final form. And this makes some level of sense. Sora achieves final form because his clothes are enchanted by the good fairies to reflect his emotions and the state of his heart. So it makes sense if Xemnas is pushed to the brink that him as a being of emotion would also achieve final form. This, at first glance, this form is not all that different from the first one, other than it gets a much cooler coat. Like a much cooler coat. I can't emphasize how good Xemnas' coat looks, but I know it looks good, because guess what? I bought it. I own it. It's mine. I have one in real life. And does that make me better than you? Just a little. Because I look great in that. It's really important to the recap that you understand that I look really hot in Xemnas' coat.
No, I get that you look really hot, but...
Well, just thank you for saying in general. I'm just saying that coat works really well with me. Yeah. And my slim little waist. But anyway. Yeah, he has the 2 ethereal blades he's fighting. He has the same sort of core moveset. But it looks the same. And then another Xemnas comes out of nowhere.
Hey,
Backup Xemnas is here.
Hey, Cookie Cat.
And backup Xemnas grabs Sora by the fucking throat and starts force choking him out. And then control shifts to Riku, who's been here the whole time, and I forgot to mention him, but he's been here. And you get to play as Riku in a section that would be really fun if it wasn't for the fact that the best way to do it is to like run a few steps, use the gun command, run a few steps, and just repeat. And he has like 2 moves to his name. But it's still very interesting. I will give it that. I like it. He's shooting darkness as well. And I'm always a big fan of dark magic in Kingdom Hearts. You have to do that to free Sora. But that's a cool set piece. And then eventually Xemnas transports them to this, like, arena within the arena. And he summons a bunch of ethereal blades. And they look like laser beams, because they are laser beams, but they're also swords. And when you think of them as swords, this moment gets infinitely cooler. And he hurls
unlimited
straight up countless
blade works.
blades at
works,
them.
which we will see in Kingdom Hearts 3 eventually.
Just a fuck ton of swords at their face. And Sora and Riku somehow parry it in a scene that I'm assuming you have to press buttons to control.
Yes.
But I don't know. It looks crazy.
You're hammering at, I think, square and triangle.
Oh, fair.
Yep.
It's a reaction command.
The reaction command controls Riku, and then you also have to control Sora, and it's sick. It's sick to play.
Yeah. It is very cool. And their animations actually look pretty well. And it lasts for like the perfect amount of time. Where, like, in the middle of it, you feel like it's never going to end, and then you kind of look at the background and you realize that there are holes in the wall of swords. Meaning there is an end in sight. It's all very well done. But eventually, you beat Xemnas, and in this very heterosexual, platonic, bestie-coded moment, Riku grabs Sora's hand and also the Keyblade, and they unlock Xemnas' heart. It is the same sort of effect as the unlocking and locking animation, which tells me that that's what they're doing. It's not a beam of light, it's unlocking Xemnas' heart, which forces this, like, flood of darkness and light or whatever's around him. Basically, he's blown up in the same way Ansem is. And how crazy is that?
One moment. Greetings, wayward child. I hope this day finds you full of destructive energy. Yes, this is the pastor's cottage. I'm minding it for him while he's away. You say he sent you to collect a special pot from me? Before anything else, let me have a good smell of you. There is no fooling a sensitive nose. Answer me truthfully now. You've been building, haven't you? Yes. What? I admire your honesty, but surely you must know that building is forbidden. Do you truly expect the children of Hargon to overlook this most heinous of crimes? Either way, it matters not. Your ill-gotten gains are forfeit. All of the crops you have grown are to be surrendered to us. If you were to yield a certain amount to me personally, I might consider rewarding you for it. I did spy an old dusty pot at the back of the pastor's cupboard. Now go, and don't return without at least 50 sheaves of wheat. And be quick about it. I suggest you seek out a nearby Naviglobe, so that you can warp back with my tithe in hand sooner rather than later. Welcome back, wayward child. I see you've brought the 50 sheaves of wheat I demanded.
That
Let
was
us
really
wait no
fast.
longer. Relinquish your crop at once. I have 147 in my bag.
Hey, Cass. Want to see me go get some wheat? Want me see you to do it again?
Marvelous,
see it.
magnificent, masterful. Never before have I seen a more enticing sight, nor one so wicked. As you know, any act of creation is strictly prescribed here on Furrowfield, and yet we would obviously starve without food of some sort. Many gather seaweed from the beaches or find fruit fallen from the trees, but I do not care for the taste of either option. The children of Hargon teach that all must be destroyed, yet some in the upper echelons balk at the recent rate of destruction and seek to reverse the trend.
Hey, Cookie Cat. You fucking little scrungly, I say affectionately.
But
Not
that too is to
cruelly.
be welcomed. For is it not the breaking of rules, of norms, of the very rules of our illustrious order itself? Not
So wait,
the truest form of destruction?
So wait, he's happy that they're reversing tradition because technically they are destroying tradition?
Malt, do you remember me talking about specifically Yume in the campaign?
Yeah.
And how she worships the destruction, and she worships the destruction by destroying her ignorance by taking notes on people around her?
Yeah.
That's what's going on here. That philosophizing is what's going on here.
That's so funny. This pleases
Whatever
me.
the case, the overseer of the island, the primate of Furrowfield, shall be returning here soon. I only hope the pastor returns to us first. It almost slipped my mind. I promised to reward you for yielding your crops. The pot is yours. Will you be dashing it to the ground immediately, or saving the pleasure for later?
God,
I
I'm
wouldn't
just
be
delivering
wandering
all
around
sorts.
so carefree if I were you. This island doesn't belong to humans anymore. It's the children of Hargons now. And we fat rats are Hargon's favorites. At least I think we are. There's no real evidence for it, but it's a fact. And I think we
I
deserve
love-
our fair share of recognition. 10 sheaves
I
of
love-
wheat should serve as a tribute.
Sorry. I love the cut of your jib, Rat.
I have a few seedlings I could give you in return. Yeah, whatever. I have so much wheat. Ever since the children of Hargon rolled out making new things, it's become harder and harder to find food. We're all really hungry. Well, I said I'd pay you, and I'm a rat of my word. Here you go. I hope you can grow them into something edible. You've got some guts waltzing up here, human. This house belongs to one of the higher-ups in the Children of Hargon. Say, human, you don't have anything to eat, do you? I may have a big belly, but it's emptier than ever. I could collapse at any moment. Tell you what, if you bring me 10 cabbages, then I'll give you some sugarcane seedlings in exchange. How does that sound? Anyway. Lamau. I am going to have to go harvest the entire wheat field in a moment. Pastor Al knows all there is to know about Furrowfield. We could not ask for a wiser leader. If he were here, I would ask him to reveal to you the secrets of the accursed Deity or the foul farm that formed around it. But he is not, So why are you still here? Do you have some business with me? What? You thought I looked like I had a job for you, so you're offering to help? Perhaps I misjudged you. Could it be that you are not the vile and evil being I previously took you for? Well then, my wayward child, do you see that reservoir over there? As you can see, the water in it once stored is now long gone. But using the pot that I entrusted to you, you could gather water from the nearby bog and refill it. Water abounds at the foot of the cliff. Climb down there, collect some water, and use it to fill the 2 areas I will mark out for you. If you wish to learn more about the workings of that pot, simply speak to me again and I would be happy to provide a more detailed explanation.
Yes, Cookie Cat.
Okay. So they unlock Xemnas' heart. He blows up in a very similar way to Ansem. And then they're also ejected into the realm of darkness. I forget exactly why, but they are. Don't worry about it. And so they're at the end of the sea, which is the only place in the realm of darkness, which is fine because it looks really cool. So like, I'm chilling with it. A lot of people seem to meet at this location. Sora and Riku finally understand each other here. Aqua and Diz hang out and passive-aggressively talk to each other. Xemnas and Roxas talked here. And that was when Xemnas, I believe, was like, I met him, he looks a lot like you. Like, you know, he's trying to, like, speak to Roxas. It's like the only time he ever talks to Roxas in any real way. Sorry, I'm very passionate about that moment. And Sora and Riku are about to fuck. It's very obvious, and I feel perfectly fine saying that. And then Kairi, who's been missing them for months at this point, she got kicked out of the boss fight, sent back to Destiny Islands, expected to go about her life, because time flows differently, I guess, in Realm of Darkness, so it's been a little while for her. She busts them out of there, and it is her one victory ever. And good for her. You know, she gets to have this one thing, and that's bust them out of hell. Is it cheapened by the fact that Riku could leave at any time? A little. But, like, you know. Kairi gets so little in this life. That's all I really have to say. And so, you have to give it to her. Presumably also, I wonder if she had a bit of help from Mickey, but also Mickey could also go to the Realm of Darkness, from the sound of it. I don't know.
Not really.
Like, I don't know how they're getting there in Kingdom Hearts 3. That's my confusion.
So... I don't remember... Oh, it's the power of waking. How they're getting
Riku
there.
has it?
Yes, or it's either that or it's Mickey's Star Shard. One of the two.
Yeah.
Ah, the wayward child returns. And I notice the reservoirs have been refilled with water. I take it we have you to thank for this. Let me offer you a token of my appreciation. I hope I can trust you not to let the pastor know I carried such profane items on my person. But perhaps my greatest gift to you is that pot. May it serve you well, and may you have mastery over all your liquids to the end of your days.
I'm gonna check something real quick. BRB.
Yeah, and that is essentially Kingdom Hearts 2. I am very sorry I took the entire stream again, but it was probably best that we save your discussion topic for when Let is here next time. Hopefully.
Which, I believe next Friday is the day before their father's birthday? So...
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
It'll be a hot minute, probably. I think
I'd have to think about my answer anyway, because I really don't have one.
I think I am going to take the save file that I had started over the next week and try to speed run through to Arendelle, just so we can get through Arendelle on stream, but then do it off stream in case it is just the particle effects from all the snow.
Yeah.
because that crash has me a bit scared.
Yeah, you're fine. Personally, you do what you want. I am of the opinion that I would rather you not stream it from your computer anymore.
Yeah, if anything, I'll try to keep it. I have to figure out something. Maybe it's just that I don't have good fans. Needs more cooling.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like, my fans are stock from a long time ago, because this case is older than my motherboard. Because I got it from my boyfriend. So I might just need to, like, swap out fans with, like, more powerful fans. Oh yeah, wait, where's that other, Okay. I'm gonna go finish that one thing to get the mini medal. After... I'm gonna do that off stream, never mind. So I want to get farther. Cassandra, you're back and looking happier than ever, too. Does that mean you found the seedlings we need? And I see you have retrieved the bottomless pot from my cottage. Good, now we can... Blur. Now we can begin work on growing the sugarcane seedlings. Which reminds me, Rosie, did you not claim to be the finest farmer on Furrowfield? I find it curious you know not how to grow something so simple as sugarcane. Oh, when I said I was the finest farmer, I actually meant the finest farming apprentice. Well, technically the finest farming apprentice to be. That will not do at all! Let me train you. I can teach you all you wish to know about the art of agriculture and the history of this island. Really? Really, really? Yippee! I'm so happy I could pop! Did you hear that, Cassandra? I'm going to be Pastor Al's apprentice. I'm finally going to become a proper farmer. All right, Cassandra, let's plant those sugarcane seedlings. Master Pastor Al! So, my apprentice, you wish to know how to grow sugarcane. The secret is to plant them in a field that is fully submerged in water. Simply place a scarecrow within the water, as you would for any other field, and plant the seedlings around it. I see, so that's why you sent Cassandra to collect the bottomless pot, so he can pour the water on our new sugarcane field. I shall train young Rosie in the specifics. Should you wish to know more, I suggest you consult with her. Come on, Cassandra, let's get started. Make an underwater field, plant some of those sugarcane seedlings in it, and wait for them to grow. Yes. Some. Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, Sam.
You're so crazy.
Welcome back, Malt.
So one thing I hate about you, Cass, just in case you were ever wondering, you have now also got me excited for Crumble Done. So I'm just like, it's the next world.
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
I was wondering
Man.
what your plan there was.
My mouth is so
Oh,
dry.
shit, the fence. Oh, no.
I want to say maybe if you could just start scooping the center where you poured it.
I have to get all of the places where it poured because of source blocks. Okay, I'll fix this. I'll fix this.
So panicked.
I am. I need earth.
But if my little field looks bad.
Oh wait, no, I don't need earth. I can swap. Okay.
Yep.
The main thing is I don't want the other field submerged in water.
Yeah, that's fair.
Up. I will be right back.
Oh, we're gonna be done before you get back, probably. Okay.
He's already gone. He's running.
I will fix the holes after.
Imagine
I hope
how
everybody's
this
enjoyed
looks.
today.
You know,
Um,
of Dragon Quest Cassandra putting on his gloves and just lifting the earth up to match the field.
oh no, the dog! The dog was in the earth. Or was on
He'll live.
the grass block, and now the dog
Or
is
if not, he
below.
probably deserved it.
And now that doesn't count as a field anymore because it is too big. All because I moved these blocks.
Yeah, some of the rules loitering is a little frustrating.
Yeah. Like, they obviously have to have a limit on the size of rooms, but... What I'm gonna do, I think, for the future is... Yeah, we're just gonna play from the PS4, when it comes to Kingdom Hearts 3. But what I will do, because it won't require streaming, is take some time off and record the Colosseum at some point. Because I really actually did end up excited for the Colosseum mod.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We
See
did not
if this
end.
works.
Oh,
We're still going until I finish, like, planting all of the sugarcane.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad, right? It's not like the sugarcane's gonna explode and kill us to death.
Oh my god,
Today.
it does not count the excess sugarcane. I have definitely planted more than 250 crops now, but it needs to... It's not going full until I do the other thing. I love this. Thank you all for bearing with me today and my insanity.
You're fine.
As I plant, we'll do the outro. I hope you all had a wonderful time today. Outside of the crash, I certainly did.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is Anime Club in the server. This month's anime is the World of Darkness fan animation Hunter the Parenting's first arc. Sunday will be an impromptu late-night stream because the 21st is our anniversary stream, so we won't have a second Elden Ring stream. What's that, Mel?
Keep going. I may not be able to make it to the anniversary stream.
That's all right.
Wait, no. No, I will be, but I won't be on computer, I mean.
Oh, that's sad, but that's all right.
I'll be at the beach.
That's been confirmed?
Well, it is next week. I mean, thing. Like, I know well, okay, that's a good point. I will be there. I just
next
might
week
be
is
on my phone.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, but I meant the week after next.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Dang it. Jumped into the sugarcane field. Alright. Gonna grab what Brittany wants first, and then we will be done. Sunday is an impromptu stream, and going over the next week... Oh, right. She's saying sing the ghost. Okay. Monday... Too many stuff happening too soon, yeah. Monday will be Persona 4, which we're removing the Saturday long boys. They haven't been getting the response I've been wanting. Persona 4 is a long game anyway, so it doesn't matter if we do it in 6 hours or 4 hours. So from now on, Persona 4 is taking Persona 5 Striker's slot until Persona 4 is done.
Yep.
What else? Tuesday will be more of Dragon Quest Builders 2, where we will probably not finish Furrowfield Farm. This is taking a lot longer than I remember.
Yeah, it's almost like you're doing too much. See that field over there? The one on screen? I had a little bit less than that. That's the only field I had.
Ah, shit. I'm in Ghost
I
Town.
am doing enough. Okay, here we go. This is where we get the bathhouse. This is what I wanted to get to. Next time on Tuesday, we will start with the bathhouse already built.
Hell yeah, gamer.
And so, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. If you join the Discord, you can join in on Anime Club.